I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make a sadaqah jariyah for our parents and make our children sadaqah jariyah for us. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us tawfiq to learn the language of the noble Quran and then teach others. Ameen ya Rabb. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. It's a blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we have reached up to level 4. It's only from the blessings and the fadl of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we have completed our last 3 levels, and now today we are gathered here to learn the first lesson, to study the first lesson of level 4, which is going to be chapter 8 or book 2. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us tawfiq to complete the book 2, book 3, Ajrumiyah, many other books, learn the language of the noble Quran and then teach others. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it sadaqah jariyah for all of us. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I'm very happy, sisters, that alhamdulillah, it's a journey. A lot of sisters have joined us, but many of them, some one way or the another, one reason or the other, they just have left. So alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I think it is very, very important for us to do our morning and evening supplications. That is as Ibn al-Qayyim says, it's a fortress against the shaitan. So shaitan is after us. Every time we have a class, even if I have to prepare the lesson or you have to attend the class or I have to attend any other class, every time we will have so many waswas, today I'm tired, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it half an hour. Shall I do it today? Shall I miss the class today? This is all a lot. This is lifelong process. But alhamdulillah, this is only from the fadl of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has protected us from shaitan and his makr. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless us all. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept from all of us. Ameen ya Rabb. Is everybody able to hear me clearly, sisters? If the audio is clear, please give me some feedback in the chat window. Please let me know. And the host is answers. The name of the host where you are going to write your feedback from this class onwards is your answers, please write here. Your answers, please write here. That's the host. This is where you will be participating in the class from. So if any question is being asked in the class, like we usually do interactive classes, so then you will be able to write your answers, and please follow that host. The name of the host once again is your answers, please write here. So sisters, if you could kindly give me some feedback if the audio is clear, so inshallah we'll start the class. Another thing, while sisters are giving feedback about the audio, what I would like to say was that sisters have been complaining in past that the class duration is 1 hour, and if it gets extended, then they have other things, then they get disturbed and a lot of problems happens for them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us. So the system has been a little bit changed now. For the questions, usually what happens is when you ask a question, any sister is asking a question, if I come across the question, if it's related, not related, I would like to give some kind of input. If it's the explanation is needed, I try to explain that. But all of this, obviously, when you are engaged in Q&A, then the main lesson is on pause. So to complete the lesson, also give the responses to the questions, it takes more than 1 hour, obviously, and then it gets prolonged. So inshallah, what we will do is have a piece of paper with you. As you know about the notebooks that you all, I hope they sit with the notebook right now since last many classes, and you are able to write answers in your own notebooks. If you don't want to, or you can't, or for whatever reason you cannot write in the chat box. So at the same in the same notebook, please, if you have any question, write it down. If anything arises in your mind, any question comes to your mind, please write it down. Inshallah, before the end of the class, you will receive the answer for that question. Most of the time, things are still in the progress, and we are actually a little bit, more keen to know the answer, and hence we ask the question before the end of the class. So inshallah, by the end of the class, you will have the answer. In case if you don't get the answer, then alhamdulillah, we have a Telegram channel. So you can simply type that question to Telegram chat, inshallah, and I'll try to, inshallah, answer you over there after looking at your question. So now our interaction will be, as you know, the name of this new host, your answers please write here. So every time I'm asking a question, okay, what is the answer going to be? Like we generally interactive manner we do the class. So please answer in that chat box, but don't try to write any question, because as I said to you, we're trying to see this system, how does it work? And we will bring the questions into Telegram so we can finish the class on time. Today as well, because of this discussion and this introduction, we have taken a little bit of time, but inshallah next week onward we will have a 1-hour class. It'll start on time, it will end on time, and everybody will know that this is the start time, this is the end time. I hope inshallah this will be better, and I hope this is very clear to everybody. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So inshallah we'll start the class. The audio is clear, alhamdulillah. Okay. So lesson number 1, our level 4's lesson number 1 is chapter number 8 of Madinah Arabic book 2. We'll inshallah start the class now, and I hope you will realize I've been telling this since last few lessons that what hard work we have put before, this is the time to reap the fruit for that. So you will see today's lesson, there's almost nothing new, everything you know it, and you will not find anything coming which is a conceptually new thing and you are thinking, oh, what is this and how do I understand? You will find inshallah everything so very, very easy. So okay, so today, lesson number 8, 8th lesson, Ad-Dars Al-Thamin. It is what you can see on the screen, as you can see in your books as well. This is page number 55. It's basically the categories of the doer. It is the damair, the doer, the fa'il is being defined here and categorized here. We know it already, sisters. Do we not know that? We know it, right? Alhamdulillah. So look, al-ghaib is what? Al-ghaib is the third person. So when we say Hamidun dhahaba, Hamid went. What type of sentence is that to start with first? Alhamdulillah, we know this is a noun sentence. It's beginning with the noun. So it's Hamidun is mubtada, dhahaba is the khabar. Now this dhahaba, where is the doer? Doer is hidden. But when we say, let's stick to the transition for now, he went. So we are talking about he. So he is the third person. This is for masculine, right? If it was a jama'a, we'll say Hamidun wa Hashimun wa Aliyun dhahabu, they all went. So when we talk about ghaib, third person, there could be singular third person. Like in the case of Hamid, he went, or it could be plural, like Hamid and Hashim and Ali, they all went, or they went. Third person can also be muannas, can also be feminine. So third person obviously can be a masculine or can be a feminine. If we say Aminatu dhahabat, Amina, she went, right? These transitions, as you know, sisters, I told you this is something I've taken off the internet. So this transition is different than what we have been doing before. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, the transitions we have done in our previous classes, which I'm sure you all have actually, it's all ingrained in yourself. Those were, alhamdulillah, more comprehensive. So we have translated this as Aminatu dhahabat, Amina, she went. This is a colloquial English. In English, you will not say Amina, she went. You will say Amina went. This is the running translation, but we know if we have to translate it word to word, we'll say Amina dhahabat, she went. So who is the doer here? she, right? So it's a third person, and she is obviously feminine. Likewise, third person could also be feminine, but plural. For Aminatu, wa Zainabu, wa Maryamu, dhahabna. So now what is happening here? Amina and Zainab and Maryam, they all females went. This is how we translate. If we have translated Dhahabna, they all females went. So you see, Al-Ghaib, third person, could be masculine or could be feminine. It can be singular or it can be plural. Second category of the pronouns is Al-Mukhatab. What is Al-Mukhatab? Sisters, now it's high time that we start understanding and using Arabic terminology. It's been long time we are just doing English translations and English terminology. Let's make ourselves, and I hope all of you are well prepared and actually you are using it. So now we will try to use Arabic terminology. And this is what, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on Sheikh Abdul Rahim. This is what he has come up with now in this book. Al-Mukhatab means second person. So like third person, second person can also be masculine or can be feminine. It can also be singular or it can be plural. For singular, Anta dhahabta, you dhahabta. So this ta is showing is Mukhatab, right? Somebody present in front of you, and this person is masculine, so we are saying dhahabta. If it was a sister we are talking to, we say anti dhahabti. This ta with the kasra is showing that the person is second person we are speaking to, and that second person is feminine. If they were plural, what we'll say, antum dhahabtum, you, all of you males went. So dhahabtum, dhahaba is our verb, and tum is Mukhatab. Tum is the second person pronoun, which is showing that who is the doer. Dhahabtunna, antunna, dhahabtunna, you all females went. So tunna here is proving what? Tunna is for jama. So here we have second person, feminine, plural. And then the third category of the pronouns is first person. We all know pronouns always are three categories, sisters. In English as well, is first person, me or and us, or second person, you. In English, there's no distinction between you female and you plural, you singular and you plural. So we just say you. And third person is he or she or they, right? So likewise, we can see in Arabic here as well. However, in English, when you use they can be used for masculine, they can be used for feminine. In Arabic, you use dhahabu for they, all males went. For sisters, for feminine, we'll say dhahabna, they, all female went. So coming back to the third type, which was first person, it is called al-mutakallim. Al-mutakallim, the speaker. Now speaker obviously can be a muzakkar, masculine, or can be a feminine. So if I say ana dhahabtu, I went. Now here, this ta with the dhamma will be used for both. Both genders will use the same tu. So if a brother will say, he will say ana dhahabtu. Sister will say, she will say ana dhahabtu. Likewise, when it's for the plural, for the first person, ad-dhamirul mutakallim, the pronoun of the first person for plural is na. So we say nahnu dhahabna. We all males went. If sisters are speaking, they will also say nahnu dhahabna. We all females went. So I hope it is clear and there's nothing new. We already are aware of that. So here in this exercise, what you have to do is complete the following sentences by placing the word dhahaba in the blank, basically it's a fill in the blanks, where you have to put word dhahaba in all of these sentences according to the gender and the number and the type of the pronoun. So let's look at the English translation, and then you tell me what is going to be the Arabic. So if I have to say, where are the new students? We'll say, Aina tullabul jududu. The answer is coming, they went to the principal. So ilal mudiri is given here. What are we going to write in this black space here? Which actually can mean they all went to the head teacher. Who can tell me, sisters? Please write in the chat box. The host for the answers is, your answers please write here. We used to have a different host, but the name has been changed now. Your answers please write here. Very good, sisters. MashaAllah. Zahabu. We all know that. Aina tullabul jududu. Where are the new students? Zahabu ilal mudiri. They went to the principal. You may say, if you want to, they all went to the principal. This is not an exact translation, but it's for understanding that we are talking about the plural here, because we know in Arabic we have dual as well too, right? How will we say, if the question was about two students, how would we say they both went to the head teacher? We'll say dhahaba. In that case, the translation would be, they, two males, went to the head teacher or the principal, right? I hope you're getting the, sisters. We are trying to even translate into more detail. So if we have any doubt, I'm sure inshallah we don't have any doubts. If we have, those can also be removed, bismillah ta'ala. Next statement is, nahnu, fill in the blank, ilal mal'abi. We went to the playground. So we have to use the word dhahaba. This is our word dhahaba. What kind of pronoun we will be using with nahnu? Subhanallah. Who can tell me, sister? It's given here on the right hand side as well if you want to see, but I hope you really don't need to see that, isn't it, sisters? Because if you still need to see that, then really it's our weakness. So nahnu dhahabna ila al-mal'ab. We went to the playground. Very good. Now the third one is, where did you go after the lesson, oh my brothers? So we are speaking to who? We are speaking to plurals in front of us. Aina, fill in the blank, ba'da darsi ya ikhwani. So when a group of brothers, bunch of masculine in front of you, if you want to put it with dhahaba, how will you put? Look, it's written here, isnadihi ila dhamir. Isnad ila dhamir is the attribute when you are connecting, when you are writing something with the dhamir, sorry, with the verb. This is called isnad. So all of these, when you see this on the red color here on the right hand side with the verb, these are all isnad. Asnada yusnidu. We have studied that before as well. It's like leaning towards something. So this word, this pronoun is leaning to this verb. So we have to bring this pronoun according to the sentence, according to the doer, according to who we are speaking, according to who is speaking, right? So what will we do here in number 3, sisters? Who can tell me, where did you go? The good translation would be, where did you all go? Good translation means for the learning. So when you are teaching somebody, you may use this translation. Translation is correct, there's no problem. But if you use where did you all go, your students will immediately be able to understand what are you asking, and their answer will be very quick. So what's the answer, sister? Aina dhahabtum ba'da darsi ya ikhwan. Okay, number 4, did you go to the market today, oh my father? Now you are speaking to second person, but it's a singular now. You're speaking to your father. So the person is saying, did you, one male, go to the market today, oh my father? Why did I put one male here? Who can tell me? Why did I put one male and not two male and all males? How did I know it's about just one male? MashaAllah, very good, because if you look at the full sentence, oh my father, ya abi. So I'm speaking to one person, right? So if you're speaking to one single person, then you will say, ذهبت إلى السوق اليوم يا أبي. Is it clear, sisters? I hope it is clear. Now we have a sentence, I did not go to the library today. Ana means I, and this ma is for nafi. This is for negation, so I did not. What will I say for dhahaba? What pronoun will I attach if I'm using ana, if I'm talking about myself? Ana ma dhahabtu ila al-maktabati al-yawm. Isn't it easy, sisters? We already know all of that. Alhamdulillah. I did not go to the library today, so we use ta with the dhamma. This ta is the pronoun which is proving, which is showing yadullu ala al-mukhatib. It is pointing towards the person we are speaking to, and that's the person. That person is a singular. Sorry, that person is mutakallim, the speaker. So ta with the dhamma is being used. Ana ma dhahabtu ila al-maktabil yawma. If I was speaking to somebody else in front of me, then I will say dhahabta because it's singular. But if those were plural, I'm speaking to, I'll say dhahabtum. So I hope it is clear. Now, when you're talking about your mother, she's the female, right? Ummi, fill in the blanks, ila al-mustashfa. My mother went to the hospital. Who can tell me what will we add with the word dhahaba? Because we have to use this word which is dhahaba here in all of these sentences. Any answers? MashaAllah, very good. Ummi dhahabat ila al-mustashfa. And we know that this ta is not a doer. This is called ta'utanis, which just tells us that the doer is a feminine. Ummi dhahabat ila al-mustashfa. Next sentence, did you go to visit your maternal aunt, oh my daughters? So ya banati, oh my daughters. Now you are speaking to group of female. So what variation of dhahaba will you use? Which pronoun will you attach with the dhahaba to give the meaning of did you all female go to visit your maternal aunt, oh my daughters? I hope you got that. That where did I get this? I added here. I didn't say did you go. I said did you all females go? Where have I got this all females from? By looking at the end of the sentence. We can translate did you go to visit, perfectly fine, no problem. But just for the learning, we are making it more detailed, saying did you all female go? How will we know that it is female? Because it's the daughter we are speaking to. And how will we know it's all? Because daughters, so we are using plural here. So what is the answer? أَذَهَبْتُنَّ لِزِيَارَةِ خَالَتِكُنَّ يَا بَنَاتِ. Did you go to visit your maternal aunt, oh my daughters? Then next is my brother went to the airport. Fill in the blank. Akhi ila al-matari. How will I use the word dhahaba if I have to talk about third person masculine? Very good, sisters. Without me asking, you are writing, mashallah. Dhahaba akhi ila al-matari. Dhahaba fi'l madi. Past tense, right? Word, past tense verb. Akhi, two words. Akh, brother, and this ya is mudaf ilayh, means my brother. So akhun is the fa'il. Why we are not saying akhun? Because it is mudaf. Ya is mudaf ilayh. Mudaf do not accept tanween. Okay, no problem. But why I'm not saying akhuyi? You see, it's difficult to say akhuyi. Whenever we have studied that, whenever we have a ya, before ya, you will always have a kasra coming. So originally it is akhun. Akhun means brother. But if I want to say my brother, then akhun becomes mudaf, and my, which is this ya mutakallim, is mudaf ilayh. And we know mudaf cannot accept tanween, so we remove the tanween and it becomes akhu and then ya. But can we say akhui? No, we cannot. Why? Because ya will drag down the haraka of the letter before that to a kasra. So akhu becomes akhi. And then we added ya, hence we are stretching the sound and saying akhi, right? Alhamdulillah. Next is my sisters went to the college or the faculty. Akhawati, once again, my sisters, right? Fill in the blanks. Ilal kulliyati. What kind of pronoun I will use with the verb dhahaba? Because this is what they've asked us to do in the question. Akhawati dhahabna ilal kulliyat. Dhahabna, this noon is noonun niswa. We know that dhahaba is the verb, and this noon represents the feminine of the plural. Now the last one from this exercise is, did you go to the school, O Aisha? Or I may translate, did you, one female, go to the school, O Aisha? How did I know that this is one female I'm talking about? Who can tell me, sisters? Very good, because we know that who we are speaking to is speaking to one female, and her name is Aisha. So she is a female and she is a singular. So that's why we are able to further define that and say, did you, one female, go to the school of Aisha? Now, with this much clean and clear and comprehensive explanation and translation, we can easily say that we will use dhahabti ila al-madrasati ya Aisha. Dhahabti, this ta with the kasra is used when the person you are speaking to is the feminine singular. You will use ti. If it was a masculine, what will you do, sisters? Masculine singular, you will use ta, like this was for my father. Dhahabta, dhahabta. I hope it is clear. Next is complete the following sentences by placing appropriate past tense verb in all blank spaces. Now, Sheikh Abdul Rahim has upped the game. We have studied these verbs before, right? So we should know that what is the verb. So here, the verb was already given. You only had to think of the dhamir of the pronoun to make the sentence complete in Arabic, to translate the sentence into Arabic from English. Now you don't have a verb and you don't have a dhamir, but you have already practiced the pronoun. And alhamdulillah, we've been practicing that since a very long time. Here you have to come up with the verb as well, but for your convenience, the verbs are also given here, but I hope you don't need to see these verbs and you already know that what is the translation of these words. So if you have a word, did you hear the adhan, O Muhammad? Here, fill in the blanks, al-adhana ya Muhammad. He is listening or he is hearing. Isma' means you listen, it's a command. So here we are asking, did you hear in the past tense? We are speaking to Muhammad. What will we say? Asami'ta al-adhana ya Muhammad. I hope it is clear. Now, next is, we played the basketball today. Nahnu, fill in the blanks. Kurrata sallatil yawma. Kurrata salla is basketball. Al yawma is today. Nahnu means we. How will we use the word play? What's the word for play, first of all? The action of playing, what is this called in Arabic? It's called la'iba yal'abu il'abu. We know the convention of this. What is the convention? La'iba, the first part of these three words is the past tense. The second part is the present tense. Mudari, first is madi. And the third one is Fi'lul Amr, which is called imperative or command. So La'iba, he played. Yal'abu, he is playing or he will play, depending on how this verb is used in the sentence. Il'ab is a command order, play, right? You're asking somebody to play. But what are we going to use here? How will we use La'iba? La'iba means he played. But we want to say we played. So we'll say La'ibna, we played the basketball today. I hope it is very simple, sisters. Third is, did you wash my shirts and my handkerchiefs, oh my mother? It's of course for the question. We know it's a tool of asking question. Then fill in the blanks. Qumsani wa manadili ya ummi. Qumsani, my shirts. Manadili, my handkerchiefs. You have to come up with the verb for washing. What is the action of washing called in Arabic, sisters? How will we say washing? Ghasala, yaghsilu, ighsil. Ghasala means he washed, past tense. Yaghsilu, he is washing or he will wash. Ighsil, command or fi'lul amr, you wash. So what will we say? You are the guy is speaking to the brother is speaking to his mother. How will he say ghasala? What changes will happen to the word ghasala? Because word ghasala means he washed, but now he's speaking to his mother. What will he say? Aghasalti khumsani wa manadili ya ummi. Did you wash my shirts and my handkerchiefs, oh my mother? The last one on this page. The teacher wrote the lesson on the writing board. Fill in the blanks. Al-mudarrisu ad-darsa ala subburat. So you have to come up with the verb for the action of writing. What is that? I hope nobody needs to know that there is no ticker here. Do we need that? Writing? Kataba. Kataba al-mudarrisu ad-darsa ala sabburati. Where is the verb? Kataba, fi'lul madi. Kataba. Who is the doer? al-mudarrisu. Can we say doer is hidden, sisters? Can we say doer is hidden here? No, we cannot. But you may say, we have always learned kataba, dhahaba, ghasala, kharaja, samaya. The doer is hidden. Yes, doer is hidden. Our eyes cannot see, but our mind can see. But here, the doer is zahir, apparent, al-mudarris. We can see who is the doer. So if we can see who is the doer, then why tire our minds if our eyes can see who is the doer? Isn't, sisters? We say mustatir or hidden only when the doer is not mentioned. If it was only kataba darsa ala saburati, then we would say he wrote the lesson on the writing board. But here the doer is present. So we'll say the teacher wrote the lesson on the writing board. I hope it is clear. Number 5, I opened the door of the classroom and Hamid and Hisham opened the windows. So what is the verb for open? Fataha, yaftahu, iftah. Fataha, he opened. Yaftahu, he is opening or he will open. Iftah, you open. Right? So let's quickly do that now. Ana fatahtu. Isn't it, sisters? Fataha will add ta with that. Fatahtu bab al-fasli wa Hamidun wa Hishamun wa Bilalun fatahu an-nawafid. Fatahu is for jama. Waw al-jama is used here. Next is, did you understand the new lesson well, O my daughters? Now, daughters, ya banatu. So it means it is feminine, it's plural. For understanding, the verb is fahima yafhamu ifham. Fahima means he understood. Yafhamu, he is understanding or he will understand. Ifham is a command, understand. So here he's asking a past tense, but he is speaking to a bunch of sisters. Plural feminine. What will he say? أفهمتن الدرس الجديد جيدا يا بنات. Next is, my female classmates left the classroom after the lesson. Zamilati. How do we know this classmates is feminine? Who can tell me? Very good, because zamilati, because mudaf mudafile, take out this mudafile, ya mutakallim is mudafile, take out, this is covered right now. And if you say zamilatun, so this ta marbuta is coming. Ta marbuta tells you it is feminine. If it was masculine, it will be zumalai, right? Plural for the masculine, zumalai. Singular for the friend, for the male is zamilun. There's no ta marbuta. But here ta marbuta is attached, and that ta marbuta, which was a closed ta, became an open ta because of mudaf mudaf ilayh. Because of this construction of idafa. Mudaf mudaf ilayh is also called murakkab al-idafi, a compound statement which is for mudaf mudaf ilayh. So we know this ta is representing female, hence we know it's female classmates. Okay, coming back to the actual exercise. So how will we say zamilati? Fill in the blanks. Min al-fasli ba'da dars. If you want to use this verb left, what's the verb for leaving, exiting? Kharaja yakhruju, ukhruj. Kharaja past tense, he left. Yakhruju, he is leaving or he will leave. Ukhruj, you leave. So what will be the answer for that? Zamilati kharajna min al-fasli ba'da darsi. This noon is noonun niswa, right? This is showing that the doers are third person feminine and they are plurals. Okay, next one is, did you read the Quran after the Fajr, after the Fajr prayer, oh my son? Hi, which is Hamdatul Qadr. Fill in the blanks. Al-Quran ba'da salat al-Fajr ya abna'i. So what will be the verb for reading? Qara'a yaqra'u iqra'. Qara'a means he read in the past. It's the past tense, fi'l madi. Yaqra'u, fi'l mudari, which is the present tense. It could also mean he is reading or he will read, depending on the context of the sentence. Iqra' is the command in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Iqra' bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq, right? Iqra', read. So what will we add here to the word qara is our verb? What kind of pronoun will we use? You can see if you have forgotten from here, the list is given here, but I hope you don't need to see. أقرأتم القرآن بعد صلاة الفجر يا أبنائي. أقرأتم القرآن, because you were speaking to, or the brother was speaking to his many sons, so he says قرأتم. Once again, this tum is basically tum. Here it is tum. Why there's a dhamma? Why we don't say aqaratum? Why did we say aqaratumu? Because if it's a sukun, aqaratum, originally it's a sukun tum. But if there's sukun here, al-Qur'ana, this lam also has got sukun. So this is called iltaqai sakinain, meeting of sakin letters. So how to resolve the situation? We know if there's a sukun, we are not able to proceed. We need to have a haraka, we need to have a vowel sign in order for us to be able to continue speaking. So we will put a dhamma. We've studied that in our previous lessons, alhamdulillah. Aqra'tumul Qur'ana. Aqra'tumul Qur'ana. We'll put a dhamma so we can connect this meme with the sukun, with the lam, with the sukun, we're putting dhamma. Next is my brother. Memorize Surah Ar-Rahman. Akhi, fill in the blanks, Surah Ar-Rahmani. What is the word for memorization, sisters? Hafiza yahfadhu ihfadh. Hafiza means to save or to memorize. He memorized or he saved. Yahfadhu, he is memorizing or he's saving, or he will memorize or he will save. Ihfadh, memorize or save. So the answer is Akhi Hafiza Suratul Rahman. Hafiza. What's the translation? He memorized. Akhi is our mubtada. Akh, mudaf, ya mutakallim mudaf. Both words become mubtada. What is the khabar? Hafiza Surat al-Rahmani. Hafiza Surat al-Rahmani. This khabar is coming as a jumla failure, as a verb sentence. If you have to analyze, you will say Hafiza means fi'l madi, and the doer is huwa. He memorized. And what did he memorize? What is maf'ulun bihi? What is the object? What is the action is being carried upon? Surah Ar-Rahman is memorized. Surah Ar-Rahman. So Surah is maftuh. It has got a fatha because maf'ulun bihi, and it is mansub. Next is I looked for my pen, but I did not find it. Ana, fill in the blanks. An qalami walakinni ma wajadtuhu. What's the word for search or looked for? Bahatha yabhathu aybahath. To search for or to look. But some verbs, as we've seen before as well, always have some harf jar coming with that. So bahatha is the verb, but you can't just say bahatha. You must say an with this verb. So we say ana bahathu an. This an will be translated as for. I searched for. I looked for. Qalami, my pen. Walakinni, but I did not. Ma wajadtuhu. Ma is for negation. Wajadtuhu. Three things there. What are three things? Wajada is the word verb. Ta is the doer, and who is the maf'ulun bihi. Wajada is the verb. Tu, I'm talking about myself, I'm the doer. Who? Where this who is going? Who is referring to the pen? I did not find it. This it is referring to the pen. Number 11. Who killed this snake? What is the word for killing? قتل يقتل اقتل من قتل هذه الحية. Who killed this snake? Next is, did you drink the coffee, O Maryam? Which is for question, fill in the blank. Al-qahwata ya Maryam. What's the word for drinking? Shariba yashrabu ishrab. Shariba means he drank. Yashrabu means he's drinking or he will drink. Ishrab, drink. It's a command. But here, did you drink? So it's a past tense. So how will we say in the past tense the word drink and attach the second person pronoun for the feminine, which is singular? Asharibtil qahwata ya Maryam. Asharibtil qahwata ya Maryam. We have seen that sharibat. Originally the word is sharibat. Ta is Ta was for, sorry, this ta is for the file, asharibti, because the person is present in front of you. If it was a third person, female, we'll say sharibat, and that ta would be ta'u tanis. Ta, which would show that the doer is feminine. That's it. But the doer would be mustatir, would be hidden in the word sharibat. But here we are using ta with the kasra. I beg your pardon. Ta with the kasra is for you, one female, which is of course present in front of you. Next is zumalai, fill in the blanks, al-mauza wa ana, fill in the blanks, al-inaba. My classmates ate the bananas and I ate the grapes. So here we are looking for the verb for eating. What's the verb for eating? Akala, zumalai akalu al-mauza. My classmates ate, because waw is coming because of jama. This is wawul jama, waw of plurality, masculine plurality. Zumalai is so many brothers, my classmates, and hence it is akalu. Wa ana, I'm single, right? So the verb akala, what will I do to akala? What kind of damir, what kind of pronoun will I attach to the word akala so that it gives the meaning of I ate? Sisters, please tell me, what will you do? What will you write? Today we will learn something beautiful. You see, when every time I say, what will you write, you are struggling. You're sometimes thinking, what shall I write? Shall I say I? Shall I say ta with the fatha, ta with the kasra, ta with the dhamma? It is confusing, but today we will learn the name. This is something new. Learn the names of these damair, of these pronouns. So we don't have to struggle and say ta with the fatha, ta with the kasra, ta with the dhamma. So we are using four words here. Ta with the dhamma, ta with the kasra, ta with the fatha. So we are using some long explanation. Instead, we will learn today what are the names of these pronouns. So we can simply use the name and you will understand, the listener will understand. If you are reading any Arabic grammar book, which is in Arabic, you see that word, you will understand. Over there, they will not write ta with the fatha on the end, ta with the dhamma in the end. No, they will just mention the term. So if you know the term, then inshallah your understanding will be much quicker. So ana akaltu, akaltu. This tu is for me. Last one on this exercise is Fatima hit her daughter with the stick. Hit, daraba. We know that daraba means he hit. But Fatima, what will we say Fatima? When Fatima has hit her daughters with the stick, what will we say, sister? Daraba means he hit. But for Fatima, what will we say? Darabti. If we say darabti, then it's wrong because ta with the kasra is used if the female is present in front of you, but she's not present. We'll say darabat. So this ta, is it a doer, sisters? No, but let me ask another question. Is this a pronoun? Who thinks it's a pronoun? Press 1. If you think it's not a pronoun, press 2, please. And you know you have to choose the host for the answers because general chat is closed. But the name of your answers, please write here. Very good. This ta is not a pronoun. This ta is called ta'tanif. This only tells us that the doer of this particular verb is a female. So where is the doer here? Where is the damir? Where is the doer? File. File is hidden. Very good. File is hidden. MashaAllah, tabarakallah, you got that. Alhamdulillah. Today's lesson is very brief, sisters. Inshallah, we'll be finishing soon. It's just few additional things that are there, and I have added few more things, and we're just going into more detail just to freshen up our whatever information we had from the past. So number 3 is ta'ammal ma yali, ponder over what follows. So basically, we already know that. What we have to see is this, that the verb forms are given here, and we have to just think about these, that where is the doer in these. So when we say dhahaba, how will we describe, how will we define, how will we analyze if we have to do that? Dhahaba is fail madhi, right? It's a word, past tense word. Where is the doer? The translation is he went, but we do not see anything for he here. So it means the doer is mustatir, doer is hidden. The doer, the fa'il is hidden. You can't see the pronoun for the doer, it's hidden. So dhamirun mustatirun is the fa'il. The hidden pronoun is the doer. Dhahaba means huwa dhahaba, right? He went. So this he, which is not visible in this verb dhahaba, This he is the doer, and we will say this is a hidden pronoun. For dhahabu, if you have to analyze that and find where's the doer, how we do that, dhahaba is your verb, this is the fi'l, and this waw is the file. This waw is wawul jama. They went. What is this alif called, sisters? I just told you, we just can see that. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on Shaykh Abdul Rahim. It is written here, waw is the file. Correct, waw is the file. What is this waw? What's the name of this waw? As I told you a while ago, we'll learn the names today, inshallah. We already know that, but we will, inshallah, try to formally learn the names today, inshallah. Inshallah. This is wawul jama. Okay, understood? Zahabu, zahaba is the word, waw is wawul jama. What is this alif doing here? Who can tell me what is this alif doing here? Is there any name for this alif? Sisters, alhamdulillah, we know that Arabic is a very scientific language. Everything is very, very well defined. No confusions, no ambiguity. Very good. This alif is aliful fariqa. Aliful fariqa. To differentiate between wawul jama and, for example, we have seen that before. There's a word called da'a. He called or he supplicated, and for example, the mudare of that is yadu'u, right? So that is singular. Yadu'u means he is calling upon, he is supplicating. But if you have to say they all are supplicating, you will say da'u, da'u, but then you will have added alif, because if you don't add alif, then this, because this aliful farika is present in all verbs, but you can actually see the meaning of that in some particular verbs. Like the verbs which are ending with alif, or the verbs which are ending with waw, you will see the difference in those. Because in those verbs, in the conjugation, there will be situations where if you don't add alif, then two verbs will be look alike. Are you getting what I'm saying, sisters? Two verbs will look exactly same in the spelling. How will you know that the verbs which are looking same in the spelling, what is the meaning of that? So to clarify the meaning, so they don't get mixed up, alif ul fariqa is used. Alif ul fariqa is used at other places as well, and we have seen that, and inshallah we will see as we will see more and more coming. Now this one, dhahabat, this verb dhahabat, if we have to analyze that, dhahaba is the fi'l, right? Doer. What is this ta doing here? This ta is alamat tanif. Is this a damir? No, it's not damir. It's not a pronoun. It's not a doer. It is just a sign of femininity. It just tells you that the doer is the female. So where is the doer? In the verb dhahabat, the transition is she went. So the she is hidden here. So it's hidden pronoun. So pronouns, there in the words, there are two forms of the verb. In the conjugation of 14 forms of the verb, two situations are there. Two verb forms are there where the damir, the doer, is hidden. What are they? Singular male, dhahaba, mustatir, he went, and dhahabat, she went, mustatir. So in two places, when you're talking about third person masculine, third person feminine, he went, she went. In Arabic, dhahaba, dhahabat, so the doer is hidden. Our mind can see, but our eyes cannot see. So we'll quickly move forward now. Dhahabna, if we have to analyze that, dhahaba is the verb. Who is the doer? This noon is the file. What is this noon called? This noon is called noonu niswa. We'll see the names in a while today. Don't worry about it. Dhahabta, if we have to analyze, dhahaba is the verb. Where's the file here? Who is the doer? This ta is the file. And this ta means you. With the ta with the fatha means you. Dhahabtum. Now this is something new coming here. I don't want you to go into too much detail here. Just we will stick to the level what we have studied before. I don't know why it is mentioned in the book at this stage here. We will mention that, but don't worry about that. Dhahabtum, dhahaba is the verb. Tum, for now, for the understanding of this class, we'll not go into this detail. Effectively, tu is the file and mim is alamatul jama, but just ignore that. As we've studied before, tum is the sign. Tum is telling us that the doers are plural and they are in front of us. You all males. Dhahabati, once again, dhahaba is the verb, and this is the verb. Fi'l means fi'l madi, and ti is the file. Ta with the kasra, it's pointing towards feminine, female. So I hope you understand, sisters. Don't go into, as I said to you earlier, Arabic is very scientific. Every single thing which is added there has got some reason. So today we see that tum is not one word, it's two letters, basically two different, it has got two meanings, but we'll not go into that detail right now. For now, as we understood in the past, so we'll continue with that understanding. Tum is showing us that the doer is the plural and doer is the masculine. That's it. Okay, moving forward to the next page. Dhahab tunna. Once again, dhahaba is the verb. Tunna, here once again, more detail is tu is for fa'il and then noon is for alamatul jama, but don't go. Zahabtu, zahaba is the verb. This ta'ud damir, this damir ta is a fa'il, is a doer, and tu means I. It's pointing towards the speaker, myself, mutakallim. Dhahabna, dhahaba is the verb, and this na is fa'il. What is the meaning of na? We, as we can see here, we. So I hope you got that. Now here, as you have seen in this exercise number 3, this is the practice in the exercise number 4. Alhamdulillah, you all know that, but this is the part of the book, so we have to do that. Ayyan al-fa'il fima yali. Identify the doer in what follows. I don't really need to do anything here. English translation given here. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on the brother or sister who has worked on this PDF. MashaAllah, they've done a beautiful job. All of these turquoise color, the highlight with the turquoise color is actually reflecting the fa'il. So kharajtu, jalasna, sami'ti, sharabtunna, dakhalu, hafidna. All of these turquoise are the fa'il. We've seen that in much detail in the last exercise. So it is clear here, kharajtu, I left. Jalasna, we said. Sami'ti, you, one female heard, right? So when you teach, sisters, and I hope all of you are teaching at least one or two people around you, if not somebody else, somebody far away, at least in your family. So you can continue with the same thinking, what we have been doing before, like sharibatunna, you all female, sami'ti, you one female heard. You don't say you female heard, make it one female heard. It will make the listener, it will make your student much and much stronger if they keep listening one thing over and over again. Okay, of course it's difficult for you when you are teaching that you have to speak a lot, but then it will have a lot of benefit, inshallah. They will have it so firmly grounded in these things that they will inshallah never forget. So this was identifying the doer, which we have already done that in the previous exercise. So here we'll not spend time on that. Now here are the names. Here are the names. In the book, names are not given. In the book, it is just explained what we one female. Tu is for one, is for doer, male or female. Dhahabtum, as I told you a while ago, and it was happened here as well, I have to say, ta with the fatha is for one male in front of you. Here I will say, ta with the kasra is for one female in front of you. I have to speak so much. Instead, you could simply say ta'ul fa'il. What's the name of this ta? The name is ta'ul fa'il. One word, two words rather, ta'ul fa'il. One name will suffice, inshallah, all of that. You see where I'm coming from? This wow, simply say wawul jama'. And you know, if wawul jama is said, that you're talking about the waw of the plural. Noon niswa. Noon niswa, you know, this is the noon. This noon is called noon niswa. And na in dhahabna, sami'na, sharibna, jalasna is called na'ul fa'ilin. Remember, always say na'ul fa'ilin. Why? Because there could be na'ul maf'ulin as well, na of the objects, which we'll do in future. Don't worry about it. Today, the only new thing is this: I want you to memorize these names. I want you to memorize these names. I'll tell you why it is important. In the past lessons, we have seen one thing, that when these ones, ta, tuma, tum, ti, tuma, tunna, they are attached to the verb, then the last letter of the verb becomes silent. Here look, dhahaba, ba has got a fatha. Dhahaba, ba has got a fatha. Dhahabu, ba has got a dhamma. Dhahabat, ba has a fatha. Dhahabata, ba has got a fatha, the last letter of the word, which is lam kalima. But what is happening to lam kalima of the fail dhahaba here? Dhahabna, dhahabta, dhahabtuma, dhahabtum, dhahabti, dhahabtuma. I've explained that with great difficulty in past. This time again, I had to really, I'm losing my breath by saying, when the noon, this ta is ta with the fatha is attached with the verb, then the last letter will become sakin without vowel sign. When this ta is attached, then this will happen. This ta is attached, this will happen. This ta with the kasra is attached, the last letter of the verb will become sukun. I have to speak so much. Instead, if we all learn that these all tas are called ta'ul fa'il, I will simply say when ta'ul fa'il is attached to a past tense verb, the last letter of the verb, lam kalima, is always with the sukun. So I can say ta'ul fa'il, the last letter of the verb is with sukun. So it makes the last letter of the verb sakin. So all of this is ta'ul fa'il. ذهبتا, ذهبتما, ذهبتم, ذهبتي, ذهبتما, ذهبتن. Everything's clear. For noon on niswa, what's the translation if I have to explain that to you? Now we will try to do it in Arabic. But in the past we said noon of the feminine, 3 words. In the Arabic you said noon on niswa, and you will know noon on niswa. But this is not just it. Today you may say, I can say noon of plurality, it's 1 word, what's the difference? But as you will move forward, you will see there are rules coming. And the rules will be with the noon of niswa, you will do 1 action with all of these things. So you will write once and everything will become clear. You will know every time you will see noon niswa what you have to do. But this is something you will understand in future, why it is beneficial to know and memorize the names. For now, I just request you to kindly memorize the names. The 6th one is ponder over what follows. Here it is about mustatir, hidden. We've already discussed that in today's lesson, the past lessons. Aina hamidun. Where is Hamid? Kharaja. Kharaja is the word. Where's the doer? Doer is a hidden pronoun. Al-fa'il, damirun mustatirun. Right? Kharajat. Aina aminatu. Where is Amina? Kharajat. She left. Where is kharaja? Kharaja is the verb. What is this ta? This ta is alamatu tanis. Where is the doer? It's damirun mustatirun. The doer is hidden. I hope it is clear, sisters. Right? Is it clear? Please give me some feedback. I hope it is clear. We've done these things so many times. I just find we are repeating things which we have done already hundreds of times, if not dozens of times. Alhamdulillah, it's clear. Okay, moving forward. Is everybody clear, sisters? Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Okay, here is the exercise. This is a surah from the Quran. What I want you to do is identify the pronoun and its types. All the answers are given here. Everything is given here. You can do it in your own time as well. And it would be better if you do it when you get your resource back. But we'll try to do some right now so you know how to do it. But anyway, I don't think you need any explanation in that. So identify the pronouns and its types. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. قال تعالى قل يا أيها الكافرون. Here all the types are given. You have to read the surah and then you have to identify the pronouns and tell me which pronoun is which. So another piece of information. The apparent pronoun, apparent, the word for apparent is bariz. When you see a damirul bariz, it means you're talking about apparent. And munfasil, we already know munfasil means detached. So what's the meaning of damir al-bariz al-munfasil? It means apparent detached pronoun. What's the meaning of damir al-bariz al-muttasil? Apparent attached pronouns. So al-bariz means apparent and al-mustatir means hidden. So if I ask you, sisters, in this surah, tell me how many ad-damirul barizul munfasil you can find. In other words, how many apparent detached pronoun you can find. You will read, you will go through ayah by ayah. You say antum, okay, antum is is a detached pronoun, you all males, okay, and then ana is also detached, and then antum once again is a detached one. That's it. So there are two pronouns which are detached pronouns, and where they are apparent pronouns. And how are they coming as? They're coming as marfu, coming as damair raf. We all know what is the raf, it's marfu. So when we say ana, it's marfu, right? And where's the antum? Antum is marfu. So antum is used for mubtada. Ana is also used for mubtada. Mubtada is always marfu. Ad-damirul barizul muttasil, a parent pronoun which is attached, right? Wawul jama fi ta'budun. You see now that knowing just the name, if you see where is ta'budun, here it is ta'budun. How do I know that this is a pronoun? And how do you know this is a failul mudare? Because there's a ta attached to that, right? Ta'buduna. So this is the wawul jama, and this is marfu, right? And then ta'ul mukhatab. What is ta'ul mukhatab? The ta you are using for the one you are talking to, second person. Tum. What's the meaning of tum? You all males, isn't it? We know. What is this ta'ul mukhatab called? This, what is this tum called? Ta'ul mukhatab. These are the names given here. Okay, let me just say one thing. This is for your practice. If you don't understand, don't worry about it. This is something I have added last minute. I thought maybe it's a good idea to give you something for you to ponder upon. Here are the names given. So this is Ta'ul Fa'il. Zahabina is Na'ul Fa'ilin. We've already seen that. Few of the names of the pronouns Sheikh Abdul Rahim has not mentioned in the book, but I have given you here. So if you know things before they actually appear in the book, then it becomes easy for you to understand when they actually show up in the book, right? I hope you're getting it. So let me just do it from the right hand side first here. Here, all the examples are given, and here the names are given, names of the pronouns are given here. So katabatal wajib, what is the ta? We've studied in the previous slide, this ta is ta'ul fa'il. This zahabina, we all went. What is this noon with alif called na'ul fa'ilin? Yazra'ani, this alif is alif al-muthanna, this is for two people. This yazra'una, this is waw al-jama. Anta tuhibbina, this is one female you are speaking to. You remember when we do mudare, we have a different term for mudare. Tadhhabina, ta'kulina, tashrabina. So this ya is called ya al-mukhatab. Yashrahna, we already know this is nunul niswa. This na is now al-maf'ulin. Now, sisters, one more thing. You see the benefit, if I just say noon alif na, you perhaps will know which na I'm talking about, but then you can make a mistake. Why? Because this na can be of two types. This na can be for the doer, or this na can be for maf'ulun bi, for the object. Here the translation, dhahabna il madrasat al-yawma, we went to the school today. And this is كرمنا المعلم لأننا متوفقون. Here the teacher is the doer, because teacher is marfu. The teacher honored us because we came first in the class, so we were the top ranking students. So we متوفقون is yani those who succeeded, those who are at the top of others. So this na, same spelling, but it could be Na'ul Fa'ilin or Na'ul Maf'ulin. So this is the benefit of knowing the name. Because if you read somewhere just the name, then you will know which Na you are talking about. If you just say Na, Nun Alif Na, then you will not know that the speaker or the teacher or in the book, which Na it is being referring to. This Ya, we know this is Ya'ul Mutakalim. Akhi, my brother. Kaful Khitab. What is Kaful Khitab? When you're speaking to somebody in front of you, then you say kaf, this kaful khitab, right? And this kaful khitab comes when it comes as a majroor, as mudaf ilayh. Akhuka, what is akhuka? Akhu is mudaf and ka is mudaf ilayh. Akhuka. So this, what is the i'rab of this ka, sisters? Is this marfu, mansoob, or majroor? Akhuka, mudaf ilayh can never be marfu, mudaf ilayh can never be mansoob. Mudaf ilayh can always be majroor. So this kaf is called kaful khitab. This ha is called ha'ul ghaib. Akhuhu mutawaffiqun. Ha'ul ghaib, ha of third person. Ha of third person singular. So this is just for your information. If you don't understand, it's fine. We'll do that in future lessons. But all I want you is that when you get your resource back, spend some time and try to understand. Here you can understand things. Maybe without any explanation, you will understand half of it. Certain things you will not, and that will come inshallah in future. But we'll quickly go through that. So ta'buduna, this is the babul jama. Abattum, this tum is ta'ul mukhatab. Ta'ul mukhatab, we have seen that before, right? Ta'ul mukhatab. When you are speaking to somebody, abattum. Kaful khitab, dinukum, dinukum, your religion. So your car, your house, your father, your students, your wealth. What is this? Mudaf mudafli. Dinukum, your religion. So this kum is majroor, right? This kum is majroor. What is this kaf called? This kaf is called kaful khitab. So if I ask you, what type of pronoun is that? You will say this is an attached pronoun. This is an attached pronoun which is coming in the place of majroor, right? And then yaul mutakallim here. Lakum dinukum waliyadin. And for me, lam is for. Lam means for, and this ya is yaul mutakallim. What is yaul mutakallim? When you talk about yourself, waliya, liya, for me. So this ya is called, the name of this ya is ya lil takallum, or you could say yaul mutakallim, and this is damairul jar, because this is coming in the place of jar. While liya, wow is meaning and, is don't go into the wow. Lam and ya, liya. Lam, this lam means for, and this ya is me, liya. So what kind of word is that? Mudaf, mudaf ilayh. Lam is mudaf, ya is mudaf ilayh. So this ya is clearly majroor because it's mudaf ilayh, and it is written damairul jar. Is everything clear, sister? A little bit more detail come to that. Don't worry. The pronouns is a big chapter, but if you understand the pronoun, understanding the Quran will become very, very easy for you. And one last thing, ad-damirul mustatir. Where is the hidden pronoun in this surah? Qul. What's the meaning of qul? Qul is an amr, means say. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying say, who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking to commanding to say? Who is the doer? Anta, you. If I say kul, eat. If I say iqra. So when I say iqra, I'm asking you to read. So who is the reader? You or me? You are the readers. But where is the sign for you here? There's no sign. It means what? It means in Failul Amr, in the first Salah, Qul, when you are ordering one singular in front of you, which is masculine, the damir is mustatir. The damir is mustatir. And in this one, a'budu. A'budu, where is the damir? Somebody may say, first of all, a'budu, what kind of verb is that? It is a mudari, it is a present tense, right? So somebody may say, okay, but this Hamza is damir. No, this Hamza is from Anit. Remember Anit? Hamza, Noon, Ya, and the four letters which are attached with the verb to show that it is a mudari, it is a present tense. So this explanation tells you, A'budu, this Hamza is not a damir. This Hamza is a sign of mudari, sign of present tense. And then damir, A'budu, means I is hidden in that. You can't see the doer. Doer is hidden in that. More detail will come in the future. Don't worry about that. And this is, once again, more detail, what you've seen in the previous slide. I'm not going to discuss that. We already discussed that. This is for you to just read a few times and see if you can understand it. And if you cannot understand it, maybe on Telegram, you can raise the question. I'll see if I can answer that. And if it appears to be more confusing than clarifying things, then inshallah, I will let you know and will not go into the detail. But in the future lessons, inshallah, you will be able to understand it in more and more detail. I hope today's class was clear. We have almost reached to the end of the lesson. This is the list for the names for the attached pronouns, as I said, and these are Damir, Munfasil. And today's lesson was very simple. Say my bad habit, I have again added few new things which are not in the chapter. But this is a good thing. As you know the benefit, inshallah, in future, when you will see these things, you will not have any confusion. I'll try to repeat these things over and over again. But a disclaimer, the last two slides, if you did not understand, you did not lose anything. Don't worry about it. You understood the chapter. The chapter is not telling you about all of those things which you discussed in the last two slides. That was for your additional information. I hope lesson was easy. I hope you were able to understand that. And inshallah, we'll see you next week. If you have any questions, please feel free to write on a Telegram, and inshallah, I'll try to answer that. Because now we try to finish the class within the time, because afterwards sisters complained that the class was longer and they had other things to do, etc., etc., etc. So hence we will try to end the class every time within the given time frame, inshallah. Inshallah, we'll end the class for today. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.